Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nosa Capital, coming to you on a very warm but late morning from the Southern Hemisphere. Ladies and gentlemen, immense amount of activity going on in the crypto markets. Crypto markets are down, and even the announcement of the strategic Bitcoin reserve has not necessarily done anything to fire up the entire market as a whole. Markets are down and are going to continue to be down for a while. But let's just keep our eyes and ears open on this one and just see what happens. It's not going to last forever, as always. Nothing ever does. And remember, all this is based on probabilities. Anyway, it's at that time for Rough and Ready again, Rough and Ready Crypto Analysis. And you know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. Very quick analysis, not in detail. So let's get started. So we start off with Bitcoin here. People are very unhappy about the price. People look at this area here and see these massive, almost Baribotsu-like candles. And I can remember the enthusiasm that everybody felt last Sunday, thinking that things were going to go up, only for it to come down again. But I'm not worried about that. I'm more concerned about what's going on the charts, as we can see here. Okay, so we've got two areas of supply here, there and there, which is between 94 and 99,000, and here is between 103 and 106,000. So we can see these areas of supply. Now, areas of demand here, there's a overlap of two areas here, which in itself can, in some cases, can actually attract the price back to this area. But perhaps the most important thing of all, ladies and gentlemen, is this area here. I keep emphasizing this all the time, this area here. As you've seen me draw this. You've seen me draw this time and time again. Look at the volume profile. Look at the volume here. And you can see this is the point of control, which tells this is where the most active volume buying or selling has taken place. And you can see this area here is empty, and then there's some more activity down here. This area here means, I'll say it again, I'll keep saying it until people drill it into their brains. This area means that the prices go up and down very, very quickly. There is still a danger, ladies and gentlemen, of that happening. That danger is not, it has not gone away. We must be focused on this. We must be focused. You can also do some buying. For those of you who are going to hodl for quite a while, this is an area of buying anything under 100,000, but now I think anything under 90,000, ladies and gentlemen, is a buying opportunity. If you look at this is a sort of a bearish harami, if you look at the candle structure here. So there's an opportunity for this to go down. If we take one more step, let's do something. Let's go to the technicals and the patterns, and let's talk about double top chart pattern. Let's put that there. You can see the double chart pattern, which tells you that once you have a double top, it means prices go down, and it's expected to come all the way down here, right in the middle of this buying zone at 68,000, which is why you hear people saying 70,000, 70,000. So you can see it's very close. If we take one more step and we draw our, let's just stop here, or let's go all the way down here and let's see what we get. You can see that Bitcoin has broken the 61.8. Next is 50, it's about at about 80,000, and 74,000 are coming all the way down here. Now, is it impossible? No. But why is it possible? This is your evidence here. That area of sparse volume within the volume profile. Keep an eye out on that. Never underestimate that situation. It's perfectly possible that it could happen. The price could actually fall. So we have to be very careful on that. Okay, so let's go to Ichimoku very quickly. And this is 100% bearish. That's the cloud. Look at our Chiku span running free. Kenji-sen is above the Tinkerson. Everything is under the cloud. Definitely bearish. We've got to keep an eye out on that. As we've seen, as I've said it earlier, the announcement about the SBR from the United States has not exactly helped the price. So I wonder what's probably going to happen. Now, are people accumulating? I understand from what I was looking at earlier in the week. The ETFs have been selling some of their positions. I think it's something to do with their carry trade. Now, I'm not 100% sure because I don't really study the ETFs. But for those who have been studying it, have been saying it's something to do with the carry trade, some kind of financial manipulation stroke engineering. I need to understand that a lot more. And which all these big institutions actually do. So somebody was saying it's something to do with that, but we shall wait and see. I think I'll have a look at it and then I'll tell you what it's all about. I think you deserve that, if nothing else. Okay. Let's move on. Let's look at Binance. Like I've told you before, one looks at Binance because of the Binance importance, particularly when you look at what's going on in the markets, particularly in the sides in the liquidations, where people are trading the futures, and this is where Binance comes in. And this is why Binance, one looks at Binance. Now, there's definitely one thing I can say. Binance would never be part of a crypto, would never be part of a strategic crypto reserve. No chance in hell of that happening. So, but can we ignore Binance completely? The answer is no. And generally, look at this chart pattern here. This is just more or less like sideways. Nothing exciting at all. Two areas of demand, of supply here and here. And this area is the area of demand. Area of demand is something between 471 and 509. And the first area of supply is between 645, 679. And the last area of supply is between 705 and 745. It might be a little while before it goes back to those areas, but we just have to keep an eye out. This is definitely trading sideways. If we switch over very quickly to the weekly, you can see also, look at that, just ugly looking, just ugly chart. Very sparse volume, which means that the price goes up and down quite quickly, if you've noticed. Let's go back to the daily. Without further ado here, is this the bearish Harami? No, it's not. I thought it was for a moment. And let's just look at Ichimoku. Let's put that on. Let's see. Again, you can see the mess. Look at how messy this chart is. It's just ugly. And Ichimoku is indicating its messiness. The price action is barely under the cloud. Kinjin Sen is definitely above the Tenkan Sen. Shukuspan is barely running free. This is definitely bearish. And if you are going to do anything with this, you could take a speculative position somewhere down here between, as I said, between 471 and 509 to sell at one of these areas up here, these areas of supply. I think you might have to do that. But having said all that, if you're not in, I would avoid this one if I were you. Okay, let's move on. So our next is Ethereum, and Ethereum has been under just absolute. It's been a nightmare. I mean, just look at that daily chart. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4 areas of supply. The fairly reasonable amount of volume and the volume profile. Okay, there's a few empty spaces here and here, but nothing as prominent as this one here. So that's an area we're going to have to look out for, which is already actually broken, as you can see. Look at how big the candles are. They've just gone through that area. Look at this area here. Look how big that candle is. So, and our area of demand is right down here, which is something between 1,992 and 2,075. I think it could be a buying opportunity in that area because, as you can see, we're now beginning to see some sideways trading here. But as I said, all probabilities. I mean, but look at this. That's why if you look at the, if you go into the fundamentals, into the on-chain analysis, you will find that a lot of people have been moving their Ethereum into Solana, Sui, Arbitrum, and other places like that. I mean, look at this. This is a series of lower highs and lower lows. I mean, just look at that. Horrible chart. And there could be some speculative opportunities. Well, not that there could be. There will be speculative opportunities. And like I've just said, probably buying here somewhere here and selling in this one of these supply areas up here. Okay, let's have a look at the Ichimoku as always. And as you can see, nothing to say here. Look at the cloud and incline. Kenjin-sen is above the Tenkan-sen. Chikou-span running free. Price action and everything else all under the cloud. Definitely bearish. So keep an eye on that. You might be, as I said, you might be able to take an opportunity somewhere in the demand zone here, the buying zone here, to sell in some of the areas of supply. So, okay, let's go over to Solana. Solana is also another ugly chart. It's a series of lower highs and lower lows. What has kept Solana respectable is the fact of the development taking place by the core team in enhancing Solana. So this is why Solana is still getting quite a bit of attention. We also know it's the fastest chain. We also know that it's most of the transactions are taking place on Solana. If for those of you who follow me on Twitter or X, you will see that I put out something out on Solana, I think on Friday. So you can check that out. And 1, 2, 3 areas of supply. Area of demand is all the way down here. I mean, look at that. It's almost in a look at where it is. In fact, there's an overlap. Look at it. We've had to go back all the way to, in fact, almost just under a year to look at what's going on. And at this area here, we're looking at between 98 and 104 US dollars. I mean, I'd love for Solana to come all the way down. I hope some of you actually did buy some because it was a buying opportunity in the 120. I think it was between 125 and about 135, that range. Again, I put something out on my X page. You should check it out. And when I put it out there and I said those are buying areas, and that's exactly what happened. We've got a week low at about 120, as you can see here. And I think this is something to watch. I think anything under, let's say 140, I think is a very good buying opportunity. You can just buy in, I did buy quite a bit of Solana over this slow period. So it's something, I mean, not financial advice, of course. I wouldn't dare tell you what to do with your money. But if you are somebody who believes in Solana, these are opportunities for you now. I think anything under 140 is a buy. So, but that's just me. I'm just saying. So, Ichimoku, again, as we've seen, a series of lower highs and lower lows on the price action. Chikou-span is running free. Kenjin-sen is above the Tenkan-sen. Everything's under the cloud. Cloud is inclined. This is definitely bearish. So this is the time to start accumulating as much as you can at different price levels. As I said, preferably under $140. Okay. Let's look at SUI. SUI also another chart, very similar situation. A series of lower highs and lower lows, all coming down. 3 areas of supply. One between $3.21 and $3.57. This one is between $4 and $4.31, and the one up here is between $4.71 and $4.97. It's still coming down. We haven't seen any major sideways trading to say, okay, it's got to its bottom. So we have to keep an eye on that. As you can see, somewhere down here, our area of demand here is between 177 and 196. That's been there for quite a while. I remember talking about it several times in the past. Volume profile is fairly even. A few of those sparse areas there, but it's already broken through. Don't be surprised. Look again. Look at this. Excuse me. Look at this area here, ladies and gentlemen. If we do this, It's about $2.23. And look at where it is. Look at where this line is. It could come all the way down here. And don't be surprised if it breaks this and comes here to about $2.10 or $2.09. $2.09. So be very careful. I think anything under $3, and as a matter of fact, at the moment, if you can get something under the price of $2.50, so between that and this area here, I think it'd be fantastic. I mean, if SUI comes all the way down to this buying area, this is the area of demand here, that would be fantastic because it would be a beautiful buying opportunity. Anything under $2, between 177 and 196, come on. Fantastic opportunity. SUI is going places. And I think we should keep an eye out on that. So let's say Ichimoku, ladies and gentlemen. And there we have it. Excuse me. Cloud at an incline, Kinderson above the Tenkan Sen, Chico span running free, definitely bearish. Look for prices between about $2 and $2.50 for buying opportunities. Maybe if it shows sign or some momentum of going even lower, maybe you should hold your horses and to get something under $2. But keep an eye out for this. This is another great buying opportunity. Like I've said, buy when there's a lot of fear. I bet you if we look at the fear index on SUI, I'm sure it's high. But remember the crypto fear index was quite something. I mean, it was quite something. It was something else. I think it was about 20 the other day. And remember, I did a short video on that. I think you should watch it. I think it should tell you what, if you're not sure what to do, that will tell you, to give you the exact thing that you need to do. I think I called it the investor superpower, the fear and greed index. And I'll put that in the I'll put that as a link within the video so you can actually see it if you haven't watched it yet. Okay. Next, let's go to, okay, so now we're going to go into our meme coins. We start with Moodeng. Now here you've seen, if you've been following me or watching my videos, you know that there. Now I'm a bit concerned about Moodeng now, very concerned about Moodeng, because look, we were trading sideways from here, from about the 26th of February up to about roughly the 2nd of March, 3rd of March. And now look at it, it's gone down even further. It's come all the way down to under 4 cents. Now, and look at the volume. There's a very sparse volume here, which means that it could come all the way, if care is not taken, we could see it come all the way down to 1 cent. This is definitely, as you can see, lower highs and lower lows. There's no question about that. And this sideways trading, I thought that we had got to the end. But with this recent, particularly in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, it's gone even lower. So this, if you're holding Moodeng, this is very concerning. Again, for those who are going to speculate, you might be able to buy. It's easy for you to buy here and sell at any of these areas of supply. But for those of you who have it, I really feel for you because it's going to be a long wait. I think it's going to be a long wait if you ask me. To go through the usual motions of the Ichimoku, we all know what to expect. And there you have it. Look at that inclining cloud. Kenji of the Tenkan-sen, Chico span running free. Price action, everything else, all under the cloud, definitely bearish. Keep an eye out for this if you are in the realms of speculation. For those who are speculating on this is an opportunity for you, no question about that. But as I've said, if you hold, then that's a problem because you probably have a very long wait, except something dramatic happens. Finally, let's look at WIF. And WIF looks quite similar to Moodeng. I mean, look at this, a series of lower highs and lower lows, all coming down here, and it's trading sideways. But there's a varying price. You can see here, let's increase this a little bit. You can see that this varies in prices here. So it's not... There's still some activity, albeit a little bit of volatility, albeit being shown in the price action. We've also seen the last couple of days, last 3, 4, or 5 days, there's suddenly another drop in price. It's gone even lower at 51 cents. It's lower than its all-time lows. This is concerning. If you've been holding it for long term, I think the best thing to do is to hold on. And if you're speculating, this is some of the best time to actually buy something. And as always, you can sell in these areas of supply. You can just pick one that suits your fancy. Volume profile fairly even, except this area here. And I've told you, I'm not going to repeat myself. You already know when you see that, you know what's coming. You know what time it is. So you've seen that. Let's throw on the Ichimoku. We all know what's coming with that as well. We can see, look at the cloud, look at that incline. That tells you that this is just literally on free fall. Condition above the Tenkan-sen, Chiku span running free, everything under the cloud. Price action, a series of lower highs and lower lows. Definitely bearish. For the speculators, this is a perfect opportunity to actually buy something and build up. Anything under, I think, let's use the if we use the point of control, anything under about 55, say 56, 57, definitely a buying opportunity. With this show here of going a bit lower, one should keep an eye out. Maybe you buy in little bits and pieces and build it up to sell at these areas of supply. So the market's going to require a lot of patience. Things are not going to how people expected it to go. We must, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to that, because we probably have a long wait. Probably. Some have also posited that this is the year that the bear market ends. We can wait and see. But like I said, I've already given you a simple formula. That formula is the investor superpower, the fear and greed index. Use that and use it well, and you will prosper. Anyway, that's me, ladies and gentlemen. So keep your eyes and ears open and your trading sharp. Have a good one. Bye.